Good evening. We are all gathered here to celebrate my grandmother's 80th birthday. For 80 years, she has lived a life of adventure and hospitality. Tonight, I want to share with you how her selfless and hospitable character has been a big influence in the lives of her family, friends, and how her faith has impacted this lifestyle. My grandmother's example is demonstrated in many aspects of life, especially through her hospitality towards friends and family. Many, if not all of you here tonight, have experienced this hospitality in one way or another. Whether you were invited over to her house for a meal, you received a card from her, or you went to a BYT show with her, we can all agree that hospitality is a part of who my grandmother is. As a kid, I witnessed her invite many people over for dinner to hear their story and get to know them. And I have met and heard of people that my grandmother has welcomed into the family who either had no family of their own or were far from family. They could always count on my grandma as their honorary mom. And over the years, she would keep up with them by inviting them over for the holidays or visiting them over summer. My grandmother is faithful and checking up on those she loves dearest. And her kind heart has also been a big impact on her family. Whether it was a distant relative or one of her sisters she was close to, my grandmother has always been faithful in visiting family members who are sick and in need of company. The strength and kindness she continues to show them is constant. I remember countless of times going with her to visit her sisters who were sick and just needed company, and she would always persistently go and visit them, even when it was hard. Her hospitality has also had a great impact on her children. I have seen one of her daughters, my aunt, and her family invite people, have people over for meals and for Bible study all the time. And I've seen her eldest daughter, my other aunt, care for her elderly family members who just needed care. She would always sacrifice her time to take care of them. And through her son, my dad, hearing about his passion to help and serve others, it was clearly cultivated from my grandmother's example of hospitality. And my grandma was always faithful to care for her husband even until he passed away. And so we can see that the fruit of this godly example has had an impact on her family. Her strength and kindness can only come from one source, though, and that is from God. Starting from birth, my grandmother grew up in the Congo as a missionary's kid. Her parents taught her and her sisters to love and serve God and others through hospitality. My grandmother's background has had a big impact on who she is today. Her character reminds me that of Ruth. Ruth was so faithful to her mother-in-law Naomi, and she courageously went with Naomi back to her home city. Ruth sacrificed everything, her life, her love, her home, to care and to help Naomi. And we can see Ruth's commitment in Ruth 2:16. Do not urge me to leave you or return from following you. For where you go, I will go, and for where you lodge, I will lodge. Your people shall be my people. This verse reminds me of my grandma because of her, and in this case, Ruth's commitment to serve others. As we can see, God has used my grandmother's heart of hospitality and kindness, and we can all learn from this example. So as we are celebrating tonight, let us remember how God has used her to touch the lives of many, and may we be inspired to love God and serve others in the same way. Here's to 80 years and Lord willing, many more years to come. Thank you.